All right, I've got a cute little craft for today, and it's going to actually go outside. It's an outside wall art, and it's going to be for winter. I did one for fall, so I'm going to do one for winter, and then I'm planning on doing one for spring and one for summer. What you're going to need is an old pallet that you need to disassemble, and you need to cut the boards in half because they're 4 foot long, so you want about 2 foot long, and then ever how wide you want it. And you'll need outdoor paint, and you'll need little doodaddies and just your imagination. Okay, it's going to have a little snowman on it, and it's going to say warm winter wishes on it. And it's going to have some snowflakes and stuff like that. So I'm excited to get this done today. So come with me and I will show you what you need to do to make you an outdoor plaque, wall art, whatever you want to call it. Okay? So come on, let's go get started. So I've already cut the boards. They are 2 foot long and about 15 inches wide. Okay, 15 1/4 inches, maybe a little bit longer. Wider. And I've already whitewashed them too. And how you do a whitewash is with just white paint and a lot of water. Way more water than you would, maybe 2 to 1, right? I don't know, I don't measure it. I just take my paint and put a little bit in water and then whitewashed it. Because I don't want it to be white. I just want it to have just a whitish look. So I've already done that on these boards because I did that when I made my fall one, because I knew I was going to do one for winter. All right, so now that we have it looking like this, I just wanted to show you what it would look like whitewashed. And now we need to secure it so that it doesn't come apart, and let me show you how to do that. Okay, so I've got a, what is this, a 1x3? Yeah, I have a 1x3 just leftover piece of wood that I had used when I made my tables and stuff. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to not quite go 15 inches. I'm probably just going to go about, I don't know, probably 14 3/4. So I'm going to put my little dot there, trick my brother taught me. And you're going to need a square. The best thing with any kind of projects, y'all, that I've learned in my many a year of living is if you have the proper tools, you won't go wrong. All right, so put your pencil where that dot was, and then you put your square right up against it, and then voila, you know that you've got it basically where you want it. Okay. So now I'm going to cut this with my miter saw. So I'm going to cut it and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've went ahead and cut the 2 pieces that I'm going to need. And what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of put them one up top like so, right? And then one at the bottom and kind of in the same spot. You kind of want to go a little bit even, you know. So that one's about 5 1/4. This one is not, so let's go up a little bit. I forgot how much I went last time. Pretty sure I went probably 4 inches, maybe 4 1/2. Okay, that's about even enough. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just securing the things together. And now you need a nail gun, which I have. I use 1 1/4 inch nails, but they're really kind of almost too long. So if you can get 1 inch, I would suggest the 1 inch, but I don't have them. All right, so here I'm going to come around, and I'm just going to place them in like so. Oh, and I just goofed up my phone. There we go. All right, so I put them in each plank there. And then I'm just going to do the same for the bottom. Right. So there we go. All right, so once you have that done, then I'm going to try to do this without hitting the camera. Then your boards are all together. And then, voila, see? It's all together. I really probably should have put some glue on there, Gorilla Glue. That probably would have helped even more. Okay, so once you have that, now we're ready to decorate. And I'm doing a snowman. And let's see if I can't back this up a little bit. Okay, so like this is going to be my bottom. It's a little raggedy on the bottom. I'd rather for my top to be even because that's where I'm going to do the writing. So my snowman's going to go over on this side. And then, okay, as you can see, I've got a snowman kind of on here just as a placement. What I did was use cardstock and used a compass tool and traced me out some circles and then cut them out of the paper. This one's about 7, 5, 3 inches. So, and I think that's going to be a good size. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my pencil and kind of trace around it lightly because I'm just going to paint inside of that. And this is where you're going to need outdoor paint. The paint I used as the whitewash was just temper paint, believe that or not. And then I sprayed it with a matte let's see, where is it? Nope, that's not it. Well, I don't know what I did with it, but it's a protective sealant that I sprayed it with. Okay, now that I have that, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see him very well, but I have him traced out there pretty well. And so now I'm just going to paint him in. Okay, so I've got my paint and my paintbrush, and I'm just going to paint inside there. Now I had thought about doing a wood one that, you know, you could get maybe at Joann's or Walmart or Michael's to make it 3D, but then I decided what I'm going to do is his scarves and his mittens and his arms are going to be the 3D items because I'm using real sticks from, you know, trimmings from trees that we've pruned. I'm going to use that, and then I have these cute little pom-poms for his ear muffs that I'm going to give him. So as you can see, you're just painting in around that outline. And I'm going to get him painted first and let him dry. And then once that happens, then I'm going to do the wording. And I'm going to use Warm Winter Wishes. And what I bought, and let me show you that very quickly. I also have these cute little snowflakes I'm going to paint, and I may put them up around like this. I kind of like that. My first thought was to put them going down like this, but I kind of think I like them going like that. But we'll see when I get the wording in. This is just ribbon, and it's actually knitted. So this is what I'm going to make his scarf and his mittens out of. This all was on sale. Joann's is having a sale. And these are the pom-poms, which now that I look at them, they are going to be way too big. So I'm going to have to think of something else. but that's okay. But let me show you what I got. And these may actually end up being too big now that I have it. But I wanted to do warm winter wishes, like so. And it may still work, right? Warm winter wishes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see after we get him painted and get him dried, and then I can decide on how I want to do it. But if I do use these, I'm going to paint them again with probably silver and blue outdoor paint. And I'm also going to, underneath him, make, see if I can't get down here. Underneath him, I'm going to try to make like a little snowbank, you know what I'm saying? Like he's sitting on snow. So we'll see how all that turns out. So I will get back with you once I have him painted and dried. I want to mention that I am using outdoor paint for this part because you do want it to be able to withstand weather, and outdoor paint will do that for you. And I'm only going to use one coat because I kind of like it if the wood kind of shows through. I think that's just kind of cool looking. But if you don't want it to look that way, then of course put 2-3 coats over how many you feel you need. But I think one coat for me will be just fine because I kind of like that weathered look, I guess you would call it. Okay, so I've taken twigs from the backyard and I've used my pruners and I've just cut them in half. And I will end up gluing them onto the board, but I'm going to wait. I just want to place everything first to see where I want to put my wording. I will use the E6000 to glue the sticks on because it will work outside. So you want to make sure you use that. I've just Googled templates to find little mittens and little toboggans for his hat. So now I'm going to just take the ribbon that looks knitted, and I am going to end up just cutting out of the ribbon the hat and the mittens. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the mittens yet or not. I don't know how it will look because I do want to keep the twigs on there because I do want it 3D. So I'm just going to go around and just cut the little hat out. Usually I pin this, but I did not bring my pins. I'm out in my garage, and so I may end up having to go into the house to get my pins if this ends up looking okay. This side looks a little wonky, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, y'all, that looks cute. And you could even put it up if you want, like that, which I think is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to get a little pom-pom to put up there. But I'm going to hot glue maybe that. Maybe it just needs to go like that. No. It needs something there, doesn't it? It needs to look more like that, I feel. Maybe I'll get a pipe cleaner, red pipe cleaner to put there. I think that'll look better than just this white part. So I think I'm going to do that. But like I said, I just wanted to see where everything is going to be so that I can decide what size letters. And now that I'm got him placed and everything, I'm pretty sure these are going to be way too big for what I'm wanting to do. I do have several different stencils. That's what these are called. And these just might be big enough. See, they're not, to me, these are not going to be big enough either. Okay. Gonna have to go find other ones. Hold on. Okay, and so I didn't really have any stencils that I was crazy about. So what I've done is I've gone inside and I've found a font that I liked on my documents, and I just printed out my saying, which is going to be Warm Winter Wishes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the letters out. This is a little bit more time consuming than if you were to just use already stencils. But you know, sometimes you can't find stencils that you like, so you have to improvise, right? So let me show you once I get this cut out what I'm going to end up doing. I'll end up tracing around the letter in a pencil faintly, because in case it's not going to work, you don't want to make it too dark, you know. And then we'll paint it in like we normally would if it were a stencil. A W out, and so I think I'm going to place it up here, right? Oh, y'all cannot see that. There you go. So it's up at the top, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm going to just gently go around the letter so that it's its own little, you know, stencil. And I'll see what that ends up looking like. See if I like it. Oops. I kind of like the simplicity of these letters. Okay, so I don't know if you're able to see that, but that's a pretty good W. And then I'll print out the rest of it and just do the same thing. Here, let me see if I can't get a closer view of that W for y'all. So it'll look something like that. Okay. So let me get it placed out and then I'll go from there. Hat. And again, I just went online, found a stencil, cut it out, and then I cut the ribbon out to go with that. Same with the little mittens, and I've got a front and a back because I think what I'm going to do is glue them together, because then it'll be easier to put his little hands in there. So I'm just going to use hot glue gun, and let me show you what I did with the scarf. I cut out about 6 inches of ribbon, and it's pretty wide, so I just cut it in half, and then so that did like that, and now I've just folded it and right, and I cut the slit so then you can just glue it over so it gives it an illusion that it is tied, right? So we're gonna have to glue all of this stuff on, but I just want to get like the hat, and here's a little pom-pom, and I'm just going to glue it on, and then I've got a pipe cleaner, and I'm going to put up the pipe cleaner here for the brim just to make it kind of offset. And I'm not going to glue this down yet until I paint his face on, and all I did was use stencils again because I am not the best at freehanding. Some are. And so I need to paint his face, and I want to paint the letters. But this is pretty much where I want the snowflakes. I think they look really nice there and down at the bottom. And there's the little snowbank that I was talking about. So he's about ready to get all assembled. Finish his hat, finish his mittens, maybe glue the arms on. And again, with the arms, I'm using this E6000. It is perfect for using for outdoor crafts. It will withstand all temperatures. The hot glue gun I'm going to use, I think it'll be okay. I am in the South and I don't think the glue will run. I think it will stay pretty well. So, but I'm going to glue like just the brim of his hat for right now. I don't want to glue that on the hat itself on yet, but I do want to get it closed. So I'm going to do like that, and then I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm going to go ahead and just cut it. And then I will use hot glue to stick that sucker on there as well. Right? Oh, that's cute. If my finger doesn't get stuck to it. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue the little pom-pom on top. Like so. Oh, y'all, that's a cute little hat, isn't it? Right? It's kind of wanting to stick there. Okay, don't need that. There we go. All right, because I do want to do his face before I actually glue this on. I want his face to be dried, but I wanted just to get an idea. And then for his little mittens, I'm just going to go around the edge here with the hot glue gun. And maybe just a little. We don't need much of an opening, do we? Because the sticks are not that big. And then I'm just going to carefully lay them on top of each other like so. Right? And so now it'll be easier, well, for me to just, I need to let that dry. Okay, let's let it dry. We'll do the other one while that's drying. Again, same way. Just gonna go on the border, on the edge. Just leave a little opening for this twig to go through. I told Barry there would be a reason for those twigs. All right, should be dried. We might need to actually use like this. Well, the problem is I think I've glued it shut. Now there's the opening right there. There, see? Oh my gosh, y'all, look how totally cute that is going to be. And then we'll glue the arms on. Just open them up. Maybe once we put the stick in, we can put the other part in. Cute. Oh my goodness. See? Then it just goes in. Oh, I am going to love this. I'm going to love it. I really am. Of course, if you don't have any twigs in your yard, don't despair. Need to cut down to that little. Just paint them with brown outdoor paint. But I wanted to give it more of a 3D effect. And I had the twigs, so I thought, why not? I think it'll look cute. And dang it, if I wasn't right, look at that. Look at there. Oh, wrong way. He was giving a thumbs down. No, no. Snowman, thumbs up. Let's see which one looks the best. There. Let's do them like that. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and turn this around. There we go. Get my E6000. Y'all, this stuff is amazing. You'll just glue them just like that. And it dries clear, so that little blob you won't see. And let's put some on there. We're just going to put him right there. Like he's saying, hello, welcome, I love you. All right. Cute, y'all, cute. All right. Let me do my... I do want to take my scarf and I do want to put a bead of hot glue in here just to keep it closed so it has the illusion that it's going around his neck, right? And then we'll glue it right like that. Or if you wanted it down, I think I like it better. Here, we'll go ahead and glue this little flappy down too. Oh, not in frame, sorry. Glue that little flap down as well, like so. And if you want, I've got a little pom-pom. Uh-oh. You stay right there, buddy. All right, see how adorable that is going to be, y'all. Oh my gosh, I love it. I am in love with you, Mr. Frosty. Too cute. Too cute. Okay, so I'm going to let all this stuff dry. I'm just going to move that out of the way. And I'm going to move his hat out of the way. And I'm going to let these dry. Kind of putting a little bit of pressure on them so they don't come off. Yeah. Cute, cute, cute. So I will paint in the lettering. And I'll paint in his face. And then I'll go ahead and glue his hats and his scarf on him. And I'm going to paint these as well. I'm going to do that tonight. But what I'm going to do is, because I like the placement of the snowflakes, is I'm going to outline them so I remember where to put them. So I'm going to do that, and then that way I'll know where they need to go after I paint them. And I believe I'm going to use blues and purples and silvers, you know, wintry colors. And I just may also, for the lettering, might put a little bit of glitter on the W's just to kind of pop, make them pop a little bit. And then after that, I will spray it with a clear glaze. And this is what I used on this before I painted him, but I'm also going to go lightly over it as well. And this just protects it. Even though we're using the outdoor paint, you're still, you know, you still want to protect it so that the weather won't get to it. And again, I am in the South, so if you're in a colder environment, I'm not sure exactly what you would use. I'm sure this will work on it as well. It's just easy. Or you could pick you up some shellac from, you know, Home Depot that you would put over a varnish or whatever. All right. Okay, I got them done, and I just wanted you to see how I put wire on the back so that I can hang them outside. It's just wire that I've wrapped, and I have a nail outside in the front of my house that I can hang them on. And now to see the finished project. And here he is. Warm winter wishes. Isn't he adorable? I love him. I used purple and bluish color, and this is a silver that looks like tin. I did the blue and the purple first, and then after I started with the silver, I was like, man, I wish I would have done the whole thing on silver, because it looks like it's made out of metal, which is cool. And the only thing I put glitter on were my snowflakes. I didn't want to overwhelm, but I think, and then I did add a jingle bell to his scarf. So he is adorable. I love him. So that's it for the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. You'll need a palette and your creativity. I just deassembled the palette, cut it, and used all the things that I had. And I think he turned out so stinking cute. I love him. I love him. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hit the little bell and you'll always be notified when I do new videos. Again, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer what I can. All right. Y'all be good to one another. Bye.